Hey guys, so it's the start of 2019. I thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk about my goals, and perhaps you've got pretty similar ones for the year ahead, and kind of pretty much things that I want to achieve, kind of habits I want to stay and to get into, and just the way I want to kind of move into the new year. So I've actually wrote down a few things which I thought really resonated with me, and would love to hear if you've got some similar ones as well. But the first one I think is just to really appreciate what you have already. Sometimes you get really caught up with day-to-day life and things just get in the way. Life's very quick nowadays, especially with the digital age, with phones and all the rest of it. But just really making sure that I appreciate what I have with my life and really understanding that it's special. It's not always the case that you have a roof over your head, you've got good food to eat. Our worries day to day are really quite minimal when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. So really appreciating what I have, who I've got around me, I think is really important. The second one I had written down is to maintain a positive mentality. When you have that positive mentality, you can really go into things knowing that it's going to be okay. Most of the things we worry about nowadays, really we don't need to in the grand scheme of things. It's more kind of your first world problems. Also, you're going to be less adverse to taking risks. So for me personally, it means that I'm going into things at 100%. I'm going to put in the time, the effort, the energy that I need to in order to achieve what I want to. And by having those three things into place, it means that you're going to get the outcomes that you desire. So I really want to make sure that every day I'm going into with a positive mentality. It also means that you're going to have a certain level of happiness day to day, which I think is really, really important to live your life. Now, the next one I had on my list is to be in the best shape of my life. So I really want to work hard this year to be the strongest I've ever been, to be the fittest that I've ever been, by training really hard, eating really well throughout the entire year as best as I can. So while I do believe in flexibility and all the rest of it, I want to make sure that for me personally, I'm still working really hard to achieve the fitness and goals that I'm after. So for me, this is really important. It is my life basically. So I put a lot of time and effort into going to the gym and training, into helping other people as well. So I personally want to be in the best shape of my life by putting in the most work that I ever have. The next one I had written down was to take opportunities to meet people wherever I can. I really believe that everyone has such a positive influence that they can give off, no matter what their background is. What I really want to do is every time I'm at a social event, maybe I'm out and about, or maybe I just get to meet someone because of just by chance, I really want to take the opportunity to meet people, to talk to people, and learn as much as I can from everyone as best as I can. Now, the next one I had was to step out of my comfort zone more often. So what I don't want to do at any stage of my life, to be honest with you, is get so comfortable to the point where I start to sit back and start to relax too much. So for me personally, I want to put things in which is going to put me outside of my comfort zone, which is really going to test me both mentally and physically. And this is probably the most important thing to grow as a person. And so by forcing myself to get into these situations whereby I maybe don't feel comfortable, or maybe I'm in a situation I've never been to before, I think it's really important for my own growth. So by putting these in throughout the year, I think I'm going to put myself in a really great opportunity to learn as much as I can. Now, the next one I had, I kind of put this down, something I thought of last year quite a bit, but it's just to ask more. Sometimes what how I feel is that I've got something in mind where I want to achieve something, I want to do something, but I keep it within myself and I don't ask more often. I don't say that what I want to do. So by putting it out there and by asking people, I think that opportunities do arise. So I just want to, when those opportunities come out, I just want to ask the question and just see what comes out of it. The worst case is a no, but really putting myself in that situation whereby, hey, at least I'm putting my intentions out there and hopefully it resonates with other people and it may open some doors. So that's another one I had down. The next one I had was to help others as much as I can. I get a real kick out of helping other people, whether it's with their fitness goals, whether it's with maybe their career, maybe it's just generally helping people, but just trying to help people as much as I can through any means possible. Social media is one, but just in person is another great way. Whenever I get the opportunity to, I want to talk to people, talk them through them, and hopefully I can help out as many people as possible. I think that's a really nice thing to give back. That kind of experience, I think, really grows you as a person. The next one I had was to be engaged. I really want to give 100% to everything I'm doing at any point in time. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm kind of on the back step and I'm not really giving as much as I can. So whenever I'm in situations, I really want to be engaged, I want to be present, and I want to give as much as I can in that scenario. Another one I had, I think this is really important. So the last few years I've been really busy. I've got a full-time job. I train 10 to 14 times a week. I've got 2 businesses and a few other things that I've got in the pipeline and I'm working on at the moment. But I really want to set aside some time specifically to relax. allowing my body to relax or allowing me to relax mentally, I think is really important, but actually putting time aside whereby it's time for me to sit by, go to the beach, go to the pool, actually go away, I think it's gonna be really important. So I want to put that in for this year, for 2019. It just gives you a chance to reset and come back even more fresh than you were before. Now the last one I had on here is do something that's risky. So one thing I don't want to do is, I don't want to play it safe all the time. I want to take risks with what I do. I really want to put myself out there, whether it be from a business perspective, whether it be personally, but I really want to do something which I've never done before this year. I've got a few things for 2019 that I've already been working on, but I also want to do some stuff that's completely out of the blue that may challenge me mentally. And I've kind of spoken a little bit earlier about having a positive attitude with things. So I really want to do things that are a bit risky this year and see where it lands me. Thanks guys so much for tuning in. We'd love to hear what you guys have planned for 2019. Maybe you've got some of the same things, maybe you've got some different things, but I'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure I'll catch you guys soon.